Hey guys, Jennifer here and welcome back to Bunches of Lunches. This week I'm making super fun panda themed lunches inspired by Panda Pop. Panda Pop is a fun and addictive bubble shooter game. It is super fun and so cute. Now if you're interested, you can download it today for free. Just use my link, which is pandapop.me/Fudge, or you can just click on the link in the description box below to start playing along with me. Oh yeah, you guys, and I'm also hosting a giveaway on my Instagram. I'm gonna be giving away one of these cute Panda Pop plush toys and a $100 gift card. So stay tuned for details. Now make sure to hit that red subscribe button and let's get started. Okay guys, now all of today's lunches are going to be inspired by, of course, the Panda Pop game. In this game, there is an evil baboon and he has trapped precious panda cubs in the jungle. So what you gotta do is plan your every pop to rescue the cute baby pandas. So for this first lunch, I'm going to be using the Omni box, but I went ahead and removed the thermos section because I'm not gonna need that. Whoops, uh-oh. When you take out the thermos, this lunchbox is a little top heavy. For this lunch, I'm pulling out one of my favorite, super easy to use sandwich cutters. For this lunch, I'm gonna be using wheat bread, and I'm probably gonna make a few of these sandwiches because I know all of my kids will probably want one. Once I have my bread cut out, I can go ahead and add any kind of sandwich filling. But just like last week, my kids are still on a goober sandwich kick. If you missed last week's video, or if you've just never heard of goober peanut butter and jelly, that's exactly what it is. It's one jar with both peanut butter and jelly together. It comes in strawberry too, but today I'm using grape. So now I can go ahead and close up our sandwich, and as you can see, the peanut butter and jelly are peeking through the little eye holes and the mouth. This really is such a cute sandwich, and it really took no time to make. And speaking of time, my favorite time to play Panda Pop is when I'm waiting in line, like at the grocery store when it's moving so slow. I just pull out my phone, pull up Panda Pop, and it definitely makes waiting a lot more fun. Now to go along with our sandwiches, I'm also gonna slice up some cucumber. And believe it or not, you guys, this big guy is a seedless cucumber. They're usually not this big, but for whatever reason, this guy is ginormous. So now I'm gonna go ahead and slice up our cucumber, but there's one more step to make it extra cute. You guys know I love things to be extra cute, and that's probably why I love playing Panda Pop. Little baby pandas are the cutest, and I love that the mommy panda is trying to save all the babies. Now that's all for the cucumber. It's time to move on to some blueberries and grapes. And I'm also gonna be using some of these mini bamboo skewers. Of course, we know that pandas love bamboo, and I really love these smaller sized skewers because they fit perfectly inside lunch boxes. So now I'm just gonna be alternating a really easy pattern: one grape, one blueberry, one grape, and one blueberry. So now I'm just gonna make about 3 or 4 of these skewers. I'm just alternating the grapes and the blueberries. These are so easy to make, and the kids think they're really fun to eat. Next up, I'm gonna be throwing in a special treat. I thought since we were going with a panda theme that this black and white drizzled corn would be perfect. This popcorn has both regular chocolate and white chocolate drizzled all over it. It is super tasty. But just watch out, it does melt pretty easily. And then right next to the little ranch container, that's gonna be for the cucumbers, I have a little bit of space left in the lunchbox. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a few cubes of cheese right in here. And that will be the perfect snack to add our little panda pick into. And there we have it, there's Panda Lunch number 1. I love playing Panda Pop because it's so fun and colorful. This game is the perfect fun distraction if you're feeling stressed. Enjoy popping colorful bubbles and saving those adorable baby pandas. Coming up next, I have Panda Lunch number 2. Now for the main course of this lunch, it could be served hot or cold, but I'm gonna go ahead and remove the thermos. That way there's a little more space in the lunchbox. Next, I'm gonna get out all of my funny looking gadgets. Can you guys tell what these are? These guys are called dough presses, and these can be used to make a lot of different things. You could make pot stickers or empanadas. You could make mini pies. But for today's lunch, I'm gonna try to make some pizza pockets. Now, I've never actually used these presses for pizza pockets, but I think it should work out okay. For these pizza pockets, I'm using a blend of mozzarella and cheddar cheese, some marinara sauce, and some mini turkey pepperoni. You could also use regular size, but I think these fit a lot better. Don't forget about the pizza dough. I'm just using the kind that comes in the can, so this will be nice and easy. This dough can be pretty sticky, so I recommend using nonstick spray or maybe a sprinkling of flour. Now to cut the dough, I'm actually gonna flip this around because on the back side, there's a built-in cutter which will help us cut out the perfect sized circle. So now I'm gonna load up our dough with the sauce, the cheese, and pepperoni, and then I'm gonna slowly fold this together. Now these presses kind of worked, but I did end up crimping the edges a little bit extra with a fork just to be safe. I'm gonna sprinkle the top of these with a little bit of Italian seasoning and then pop them into the oven. Now while those are in the oven, some semi-homemade cupcakes. For this, I'm using some pre-made store-bought muffins. That's right, these are actually banana muffins. To each of these muffins, I'm gonna add a little bit of store-bought vanilla frosting. Then I'm gonna dip each of these guys in some white sanding sugar. Now just with the sprinkles, these cupcakes look pretty good. But to turn these into Panda cupcakes, all I'm gonna do is add chocolate chips. 2 for the eyes, 2 for the ears, and 1 turned on its side for the nose. Now so now that the cupcakes are done, I'm gonna move on to the fruit. And for today's lunch, I'm using something a little bit exotic. Now, some of you might not know what this is just by looking at the outside. This is definitely not a fruit that we have super often. This is actually a dragon fruit. And I thought it would be perfect for our panda themed lunch because on the inside, the fruit is white and black. Doesn't that look cool? Now I think this tastes a lot like a kiwi, but definitely watch out for those seeds. They like to get stuck in your teeth sometimes, and nobody wants to be walking around with seeds stuck in their teeth. So for each of my dragon fruit pieces, I went ahead and removed the outside because you don't eat that part. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and slice them up. I try to be extra gentle with the dragon fruit so it doesn't get all mushy. And then I'm just gonna cut these into quarters. So now that our pizza pockets are out of the oven, I can go ahead and add them to the lunchbox. They smell so good. And I think I'll go ahead and throw in a little bit of extra marinara sauce. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and add some celery. I really think these kind of resemble bamboo, and we know that pandas love to eat bamboo. Next, I'll go ahead and add in the dragon fruit. I made sure to add lots of panda picks into here. In this back section, I'm gonna add a little bit of regular popcorn. I think popcorn is the perfect snack for a panda pop themed lunch. And then last but not least, of course, I'm gonna be adding one of our panda cupcakes. And there we have it. Our next panda themed lunch is going to be a hot one. So I'm definitely going to use my built-in thermos for this one. And the main course is going to be a combination of store-bought items and homemade items. The first thing I'm going to do is pop some store-bought chicken and veggie egg rolls into the oven. These are fully cooked, but they're frozen. So all I have to do is pop them into the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. And they'll be nice and crispy. Now, while those are in the oven, I'm going to move on to some stir-fried rice. Now, I know this isn't exactly a traditional way to make this, but that's fine with me. It's still gonna be delicious. In my large pan, I went ahead and added a little bit of butter. Of course, you could also use oil. Then I'm going to add about 2 cups of stir-fry mix. This was frozen, but I did go ahead and thaw it out. That way it can cook a lot faster. This veggie mix includes broccoli, peppers, carrots, sugar snap peas, baby corn, and water chestnuts. Now, of course, if you make this at home, you can add whatever vegetables you like and leave out the ones you don't. So basically, I'm just gonna cook these until they're warmed through and all the juices are kind of evaporated. Next, I'm going to add in 2 cups of rice. Now this is actually day-old rice, which is perfect if you're making fried rice. It definitely gives it a better texture and it's not so mushy. So now I'm just going to break up the rice and get it all mixed together with the veggies. Then it's time for some extra seasoning. I like to add some salt, some pepper, and a teaspoon or so of garlic powder. So now that the veggies and the rice are pretty much done, I'm gonna go ahead and scoot them to one side of the pan, and they're just gonna hang out there. Then on the other side of the pan, I'm going to add in just a tiny bit more butter. I'm going to add 2 eggs that I've already beaten up. So now on this side of the pan, I'm just going to go ahead and scramble up these eggs. The temperature is on medium-low, so I don't have to worry about the rice or the veggies burning while I'm cooking the eggs. I really like using this method because then I don't have to get a separate dish dirty. It can all cook together. So now I'm gonna add this delicious piping hot fried rice into my lunchbox. And by this time, the egg rolls are also ready, nice and crispy. To go along with these egg rolls, I'm also gonna add a little bit of sweet and sour sauce. This actually came with the egg rolls. And now I have just a few more things I wanna add. For our fruit today, I'm gonna be adding some mandarin oranges. And I'm gonna go ahead and skip extra veggies for this lunch since I put a lot in our fried rice. Next up, I have a very delicious treat that is so perfect for today's lunch. These guys are called Hello Panda, and you can get these in several different flavors: chocolate, vanilla, even strawberry. But these ones today are the traditional chocolate flavor. You can find these at Walmart or at Target, but believe it or not, I found these ones at Ross, and they were much cheaper at Ross than any other place. This little box here comes with 8 of these little individual bags, are perfect for throwing into a lunch. But you do have to be careful with these because the chocolate can melt if it's a really hot day. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and load up our orange, and our little panda cookies fit right in there. And for this lunch, the kids are just gonna have water. Now, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram to enter the giveaway. All you have to do is like the post, follow Play Panda Pop on Instagram, and comment what level you're on. And you'll need to tag a friend you'd like to play with. This giveaway is going to be running for 72 hours, and at the end, I will pick a random winner. Now, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed, and we'll see you in tomorrow's video.